Since you guys were so kind to me the first time, I'm wrapping up my Resident Evil tier list. And this time, I brought a little bit of protection. I can't believe I'm doing this again. When I think about Resident Evil, I think about survival horror. That's right, I have an exquisite taste, and it's all thanks to Resident Evil as the foundation. That's the main reason why some of your favorite games are not where you want them to be on my list. Resident Evil 3. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't follow my own guidelines, but I want to say that, let's just face it, Resident Evil 3 was not that scary. I mean, it had its moments. I never felt like I was running out of resources. I never felt like I needed to spend some extra time to manage my resources. Everything was in abundance. It didn't feel like a survival horror. I wanted this game to be great. It's a good game, but I wanted it to be great because Jill is my favorite character in Resident Evil, but let's face the hard, cold facts. I just cannot forgive some of the stuff that they took out of the game that made the first one so great. That feeling of isolation, that feeling of being alone in a city, this giant city filled with monsters, it's gone. The random encounters of the nemesis, gone. Everything felt scripted. Like, the encounters were scripted for sure. And let's not forget the clock tower. Sorry, guys. So as much as I wanted to give this game an S, I'm going to give it the same treatment I gave 4. No, I'm going to give it a B. It's good. It's just not great. All right. So what do we have next? Resistance. Has anybody played Resistance? Anybody? Anybody? I didn't think so. So I'm going to put Resistance. But Lethal, how do you rate a game you never played before? Sue me. And Reverse. Did Reverse even come out? Bruh. I don't think it did. Anyway, I'm gonna put that. As you guys can see, we got a new category. Hope you guys enjoy that. I'm just gonna say right now, I have not played VR. Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 4.2. So, going off my guidelines, does the game feel like a survival horror? In some parts of the game, yes. Is the game scary? In some parts of the game, yes. This is a hard one. I do not think that this game is as scary as Part 7, but I do think it has some really great moments. I wish they would have expanded on some of those moments just a little bit more. I mean, we did get the DLC. That was quite frightening. I think that's one of the most frightening things in video games. Those dolls and puppets, oh my goodness. Almost shit my diaper. So this one is a tough one. I don't think it's as good as 7. I know, get the pitchforks. I know you guys are gonna come at me. But I still think that it's very good, so I'm gonna give this an A. It has that whole Resident Evil 4, the original, feel for me. And then we have Resident Evil 4 Remake. Okay, you guys are really gonna hate me for this. Okay, I'm gonna go out and say this. This is gonna be a shock to some of you guys. But out of all the remakes, I think I've played Part 4 the most. It's good, it's fun. It's a good mixture of spooks and it's a good mixture of fun. Is it scary as the other games? No. Does it have its moments? It has a few good moments. Like regenerators, if you're not scared of that thing, you got ice cold veins. I don't know. But it's still not quite Resident Evil. I mean, I can already see the comments. I honestly like it better than the original for many different reasons. I mean, there's some things about the original I like better than I do the remake, and then there's a lot of things I like about the remake better than the original. But for the most part, I think they've done it right. They made the game scarier, darker. The pacing is better. The enemies, the addition of some of the enemies was great. The regenerators, again, for the second time, yes, they deserve 2 shout outs. Super frightening. Not to mention that Salazar was a pretty tough and scary battle too. I was not anticipating that. Overall, I'm actually scared to click this. Overall, I'm gonna give this an S. This is very well done. I really enjoyed this. And VR, I'm just gonna put this, I never played it, probably won't, I can't afford it. It is Resident Evil 4 at the end of the day. But yep, this concludes my tier list. There is one thing that I do want to change here too. I had a change of heart for one of the games. I think Resident Evil 5, I'm gonna go ahead and move that to an A. And not to mention that I want to move these two games up. I have an all new respect for these. I'll explain that in a later video, but I played these recently and these are really good. So I'm gonna give these two a B, and that's it. That concludes my tier list. If you guys disagree. If you like it, go ahead and like it. Let's have a discussion. What do you guys think? What did you guys think about the remake of 4? What do you guys think about Village? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, guys. Peace.